Let's make sure that the tank destroyer units come out first. Because I definitely want them trained and ready for combat. They're going to have quite an important role to play. Alright, what do I want to produce more of? Fighters? Artillery? Artillery. Is there anything else I need? Support equipment. That's what I need. Defensive stratagems, done. Support's still not high enough. Damn it. Fortification focus. Begin. Well, Germany should be starting to build up some threat soon. That was radio, I believe. Indian National Congress triumphs in provincial elections. I mean, one of the things I would like to do with these... I mean, that minus 10 stability does actually sting a fair amount. More than I kind of expected it would. Especially when we go to war. When we lose another 30 stability. I love my research, but I'm not convinced it's worth it in this case.
Attention. Attention.
Although the other thing I could do is a war industrialist. Which would be useful. No, that's going to put me right far behind. Can't I train more mountain divisions? I could, actually. No, I can't. Special forces and we're at the cap. In fact, we are way over the cap. We can have 25 and we have 48. Cap, when did they do that? A while ago now. A couple of patches. Certainly before Man the Guns. Okay, this may be going a tad too fast since we don't know how this one will go, but let's say it goes well. Do I plan on reinforcing the Spanish border since there is a chance of certainty that they'll come to you too, right? It's super low. So after the Civil War, Spain has this focus. Recovering from the Civil War, join faction tension limit plus 50%, which means it has to be at 100% for them to join at all. And desire to be in or expand a faction minus 200. So they are super unlikely to join the war. Until like 1947 or something like that. So Spain is kind of a non-factor. I mean, if I was playing this 100% without the benefit of hindsight, then yes, I should be defending the Spain border. But knowing that I can't even hold out, even if I don't do that, I should not defend the border, just in case. I mean, it could be that I'm going to need to scramble and put some troops down there, but I'm going to deal with that hurdle when I get to it. There's a focus for Spain to join after France falls, haha. But France is not going to fall, right? Fortification focus is done. Just in time. Provence is going to finish, and then we can start building all of those. Excellent. And we definitely need to get down to army reform as soon as possible. I mean, one of the things I was really thinking about doing was construction engineering to get that 20% bonus to fort construction. But we really need to get rid of Victors of the Great War so I can start working on doctrines. Plus the extra army experience is going to be super helpful. So we're going to start on that. And that's also going to allow us to produce more infantry equipment, which is the thing which is really holding back my just completely ramping up production of these guys.
Paré. Paré.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Last time we held this with like
Gardez vos rangs.
10 men.
Écoutez.
And it actually worked surprisingly well.
Attention.
So you guys are going to be the Maginot defenders. And you lot are going to be the defenders of Belgium.
Gardez vos rangs.
Then you lot are going to be the Alpine defenders.
Paré.
And I'll send you
Gardez vos rangs.
a couple more. Ten? We'll try it with 10.
Gardez vos rangs. Paré.
And I'm gonna need... how much? To put 80 into these units? 10. We have 5. Although once we get this focus we'll get another 5, so we can then get 80 in our units at that point. The BEF is here in force. They've seen the threat that Germany poses.
Aux ordres.
And there we go. We have our tank hunter divisions. Which could also really do with some upgrades. 38. Is there anything which is like mission critical that I need in 38? We could definitely do with better oil refining. We could do with better radar. So we need to build radar in the first place. Don't care about ships at the moment, which feels really weird to say, but it's true. I want to upgrade the artillery. I'd really like to add artillery units to my armies. How much would that cost? Because I'm wondering if I instead want to have a division which looks like this. Rather than a support division. Because this will actually give us a heck of a lot more firepower. We can't afford it in terms of artillery, but we can definitely afford it in terms of AT. Which suggests that we need to move some of these things around a bit. I don't really want to touch them. We just need more factories. More factories! Oh! Construction's all done. Let's go up to level 4. No, let's go to level 3. And then we're going to start on our own walls over here. Like this. Hungary renounces the Treaty of Trianon. In a public declaration, Miklas Horthy has renounced the treaty imposed by the Allied powers after the Great War, signed by the Hungarians under protest in 1920. It greatly reduced the country's size and limited the strength of its military. Munich Conference. I'm sorry, Czechoslovakia. German demands for the Sudeten region of Czechoslovakia, where a significant number of ethnic Germans live, have come to a head. Adolf Hitler has positioned forces along the Czechoslovakian border in preparation for an attack. Talks are being held in Munich between Britain, France, Italy and Germany in the hopes of negotiating a peaceful end to the Sudeten crisis. The British have made it clear that they have no intention of going to war over a quarrel in a faraway country. Should we follow their lead, or will we honour our obligations to Czechoslovakia by offering our support? Oh, I'm sorry. No war this year, then. It shall be peace in our time. Now I can afford the war industrialist, although I'm not actually building that right now. Still worth it. And we still have 150 in case we need to flip. Thanks for explaining this much. Bought the game 2 weeks ago. Jolly good. Blitzkrieg Burt. That's a cool name. Grande Batterie. And then Char de Bataille. You know what? I want to have the 34 tanks researched before we get that. That's going to allow me to get this one quicker. I'm okay with that. That's definitely worthwhile. And then I think I want the Alpine forts. Yeah. I think so. Still 12,000 guns short. Oh, but we have a massive number of fighters now. So let's go and add a couple more wings. Although actually what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the size of my fighter wings to 200. Because you are limited in the number of wings that can engage an enemy at one time to like 6 wings, I think it is. So all of you need to be retrained. Yeah, research slot is going to be useful, but I am... Oh, there it is, American Civil War. I'm aware how soon it is that Germany's going to start attacking me. And I can do that while I'm at war. I need to get these done before the war starts. Okay, let's take a look. See what the sides are like this time. Constitutionalists got a little more in the northeast. You gonna get Chicago? Yes, you did. Are you gonna hold Chicago and Detroit, though? That's the question. Like, if you can hold Michigan and Illinois, I think the Constitutionalists could do it. And if they can hold, like, their holdings up here in Pennsylvania. If they can't, though, then bad times. come on, war support. I need 25%. 25 is the magic number. Right, I did say I want the B1s before we can go ahead. I always prioritize research a lot no matter the situation or urgency. I mean, ordinarily, yes. It's just as France, you are really against the ticking time bomb. I mean, France and Poland both have the same problem. Twitch the mobile god, thank you very much for the follow. And Dan95 our red, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Now I have got 53. I think it's going to be time to get Wagened as a division defense. Why do I feel like I have a whole lot less troops this time around? I really feel like I have far fewer.
Pareil.
Yes, we are still building these.
Aux ordres.
Come on, I need like probably about 0.5 tension or something. What are you doing about that, Germany? We have no idea. That means I don't have decryption yet. That was a mistake. Yeah, I don't. Alright, well, we need that. Current game, Constitution joined the Allies to get help from Canada, UK. Oh, I thought those were Canadian troops in the Constitutionalist territory. It's not. This is looking a lot better for the Constitutionalists than it has in the previous civil wars. If they can hold, like, these two areas, this is... you can lose it. It's fine. So the Constitutionalists have 7 military factories to 3. They have 75 civilian factories to 90-ish? 95? Yeah, 95 or so. Then 30-something divisions against 50. They have a lot more divisions. Manpower's about the same. They also have double the airforce. Exiled Jedi Knight, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Right, and the other thing I want to do is start actually assigning commanders, because we need to be spending some command power on upgrading them and promoting them.
Gardez vos rangs.
So my main defense is going to be commanded, I think, by de Gaulle. I know he's an armor officer, but he does have the best defense skill. Your divisions recover slower, though. That's not a good thing. No, de Gaulle's going to be this guy. You're going to be my main armor person. Which leaves Giraud as the main infantry. Not as good in the defense. Maybe Tassigny.
Aux ordres.
Well, the Alpine commander wants to be someone with high logistics, so I think that's going to be Jean.
Aux ordres.
And then this is the Maginot. Leclerc, maybe? He is a tank commander, but we just don't have enough tanks for him to really matter. Maybe Tassigny in charge of that.
Pareil.
I think I am going to put Giraud in charge of you.
Pareil.
And then in charge of all of you is going to be Weygand, because he's actually pretty good at that particular job. I mean, I could actually just bring in Gamelin. You know what? We're going to use Gamelin. I know he's a field marshal, but I think he's going to be okay on the front line. And we're going to have all of you signed
Gardez vos rangs.
to this army.
Gardez vos rangs.
I just want you in the preferred order.
Écoutez.
Should be that.
Écoutez.
So, Giraud can get Guerrilla Fighter. It's... yeah, do it.
Aux ordres.
I mean, do entrench faster. Gamelin can get... no, that's not worth it. You need to get some general traits.
Attention.
And then Juin. Can't get anything. De Gaulle. Nothing.
Aux ordres.
And then Weygand. Can also get Unyielding Defender, and I think that is going to make a lot of sense, although getting that plus 10% division recovery rate would also be super, super helpful.
Pareil. Attention. Gardez vos rangs. Pareil.
And then Africa Corps is going to be... Tassigny? Yeah.
Attention.
And then the Vietnam is going to be Leclerc, which leaves Hunsinger without a command. What a shame. No, this isn't going to work. Who was this guy again?
Aux ordres.
Leclerc. Let's put Leclerc in charge of you. And Hunsinger in charge of this one. Because I'm fully expecting to get another division up here in time, once these guys are done training. Which is basically going to be this unit. Which we'll, in fact, give to Tassigny right now.
Attention.
Okay. Webcam froze again. Well, I'm just going to turn the webcam off because I don't want to restart it. I am fed up of that failing so miserably. How come you have low manpower? I mean, 200,000! It feels like a glorious gold mine of manpower compared to what I was dealing with the Dutch. If you think Batman's glare is scary, look at Mord's scare. Glare, even. Yeah, I know all of my African Corps are training. I'm okay with that. I'm just trying to grind army experience at this point, because I need to change my template slightly. Although that being said, I can actually do that now. I can change the Division d'Infanterie, make a duplicate. This is going to be Division Cuirassé, and you are going to have anti-tank and artillery. I'm going to remove that. It cost me 10. Do it. And that's going to require a bunch of retraining, but that's fine. We can live with that. And there we are. Grande Batterie. Let's get Char de Bataille. Is that going to finish in time? 101 days. I mean... yeah, it will actually, because we've already started. Battle tanks are the way forwards in military industry. We want to control the battlefield, and for this we will need new, powerful tanks. I still can't change my bloody laws. Ah! When someone plays World War II as France, I think of the series Allo Allo. Good morning. French pronunciation is really decent compared to some others. I mean, I try. I'm aware that I'm going to be butchering some words. My German pronunciation is a hell of a lot better than my French. Like, you can't quite get across things like Infanterie mit Panzerunterstützung in French. That's still one of my favourite words. Right, artillery. We're going to go with the slightly ahead of... In fact, we can just wait until ahead of time is no longer a factor, because we were within a month from 1939, which is, in its own way, really scary.
Gardez vos
How are we that close already? Ah! General von Klinkerhofen. Ah yes, the Allgemeine Ostasien Gesellschaft is another one. Maybe I didn't... You know what? I haven't actually researched engineer companies yet. Because I was really low on support equipment. We are still a little bit low, but yes, that is something I need to research and add. Without a doubt. But this is going to be for the artillery, because I want to have up-to-date artillery. Is there a reason for having line anti-tank companies versus support companies? I'm trying to save the support company slots for actual support companies, like engineers, recon, field hospital, and also the line ones do more damage than the support. So if you really want to have some anti-tank oomph, put them in your line of battle. I actually have loads of spare.
Écoutez.
Which rather suggests to me I need to be building more troops. I mean, forever my problem is just a sheer lack of infantry equipment. So let's dial you back down to 3, dial you back down to 3, and have those up here instead. Support equipment is going to get used up. Whoops, I let that run a bit too far. My bad. 10 days to get the upgraded artillery. I like it. Escalator clause has been invoked. Cool. Germany! Oh, I can't see what you're doing because I still don't have decryption, do I? Nope. Okay, now being behind with tech slots is getting a little bit frustrating. But I do agree. We want engineers and we want them now. And we can also upgrade the artillery.